And welcome in to another episode of Off Script. My name is Zak Herbstreit. Ladies and gentlemen, college football fans, let's talk Texas Tech football today. But before we get into it today, if you enjoy college football, if you enjoy the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well. It really helps me out a lot, so I appreciate you guys. But let's get into it here. First off, I feel like most people watching this video right now already have a general idea of what's going on in Lubbock with the whole Brendan Sorsby stuff, with the betting stuff, and really uncertain if he's going to play at all. That is really kind of, it's all in the air right now. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today, I want to talk about, in no way do I think this Texas Tech team is in survival mode. In no way do I think they're dead in the water. And that's a credit to Joey McGuire and the staff he's put together and the roster he's put together as well, because they're heading into this season with a glass half full mentality. And who's to say this is not one of those seasons that, similar to Ohio State in 2014, 2015, where Braxton Miller goes down, JT Barrett steps in. Yeah, they had some hardships here and there, but they make it all the way to the Big Ten Championship, beat Wisconsin by 59 points, beat Alabama, beat Oregon, and are college football national champions. Who's to say that's not the case here? Definitely a possibility. But the big question right now is, how ready is Will Hammond going to be for the 2026 season? Hammond played in 8 games last year, threw for 680 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but also rushed for 299 yards and 5 touchdowns. So initially my mind goes to, okay, well, you still have a dual threat guy. You know, it's not like you're going from dual threat with Sorsby to pocket passer who's going to change the entire offense up. And also to be noted that Hammond's just now coming off an ACL tear back in October. So still rehabbing, getting ready, and now just got the news that Sorsby might not play. Pretty, up in the air still. So now kind of got to rush that rehab back to get ready to play week 1, hopefully. I mean, week 1's Abilene Christian, so maybe you don't have to play week 1, but getting them at least ready for week 2 or 3. But Jeff Christensen, the quarterback coach for Patrick Mahomes, Brendan Sorsby, and Will Hammond, mainly all those Texas Tech guys, he's come out and said that Will Hammond's knee is progressing at a rapid pace, so it's good to see that that rehab plan is going well, and there hasn't been, any regressions or re-aggravating that knee at all. He also says that Will Hammond's throwing the ball really well. For someone who's torn their ACL, can't get back to throwing right away, but he's throwing it well. And he's been together with Will Hammond for 2 years, so he wouldn't just come out and say that. He understands this kid's work ethic, his effort, his drive, his hunger. He understands that this kid wants to be the quarterback of a playoff caliber team. So great to see that. But more on that, he's really focusing on accuracy with Will Hammond. And I feel like that's true with any quarterback. You can never be too accurate. But specifically when you watch him in the game against Utah, the game against Arizona State, accuracy was a facet of his game that needs to be improved. And you really could say that, like I said, about any quarterback around the country. But just watching him, and dual threat guys in general can't be good at everything. That's just true. If you use your legs, you're going to have some weaknesses in your arm and just, throwing technique in general. So, I just want to see this kid get back, get healthy, hopefully start week 1 or 2 and get this team back on schedule again. But really, at the end of the day, this is a really talented team. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. This team has a great coaching staff who brought more than just Brendan Sorsby in the portal. They brought in Malcolm Simmons, who's a great receiver from Auburn, who was turning heads in spring ball. They also brought in Austin Romaine, who's hoping to fill that void that Jacob Rodriguez left in that linebacker room. Hopefully he can fill that. But at the end of the day, the sole reason I made this video is to say, just don't fret. Everything will work out here. Trust in Joey McGuire. Trust in this team. Trust in the coaches that get these players ready to go out there and play, because I do still think you guys are due for a really special season, and I still think that the Big 12 is wide open. Sure, there's BYU, Houston, all those teams, but the Texas Tech, they are still a pillar of the Big 12. And I just feel like you lose one player, your season is not over. Don't fret at all. Don't fret at all. But like I said, my name's Zak Herbstreit. This is Off Script. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll see you guys soon.